Hello everybody, and this is Creepyassreadings, and today I got a little bit of a hacker story that we can read. This is the 1996 story, and it's a creepypasta about hacking, so we're gonna check it out. Notice to all readers, this pasta has been edited by the request of some confidential government agencies. If you see some censored things in some places of the pasta, this means I have edited out some parts because those agencies threatened to sue me if I did not remove them. I don't even know if this is a part of the pasta, by the way. I'm just gonna read this anyway. Just due to it. I found this kind of creepy, and I hope this story isn't really true, so we're gonna check it out. However, the government has allowed me to release declassified information that is allowed to be seen by the public. Read this pasta and become aware of the truth about some of the stuff going on that nobody has ever seen before. Government disclaimer. The government is determined this story to be false. Okay, if it's false, then why did... I guess that's the, I guess that's the, okay, I guess that's just for, Stalch needs to visit a mental facility. Okay, let's just fuck this shit and go straight to the pasta, actually. Hello, everybody. I'm just a 37-year-old poor man living in a bad area of London. My name, under a government order, unfortunately under a government order from the British Bureau, my name had to be changed, and it's Hermie Satch. My internet name was, I unfortunately lost my internet name, was blank. The internet was an important part of my life as a teen, and one day in 2006 I joined the infamous group Anonymous. I was in my early 20s. Sometime in 2009 and 2012, I joined Anonymous in finding the animal abuser Kenny Glenn when he posted his dusty abuse video onto YouTube. I was the one that found out the bastard's name. However, this has nothing to do with my story. I also had another hacking buddy in Anonymous with the most awesome username ever. My buddy's awesome name was... I don't know. The government censored it out, guys. Let's just call him Flaming Bushwhacker. Okay, let's just call him Flaming Bushwhacker. He gave me a challenge long before I joined Anonymous on the night of September 12th, 1996. My hacking buddy was actually my older brother. Blank gave me another challenge and promised that if I passed the challenge, he would take me to Cannabo Lake Park next summer. And I was like, hell yeah. We high-fived each other, and I got to work on my other challenge. On to the challenge, my brother told me that if I could hack the office of blank in New England Division's website and leak 5 videos of people I've never seen uncensored before, then he would take me to the place. Sorry about that. So I went onto my brand new computer with some illegal software used to break into encrypted websites and decrypt sensitive information. I immediately went to their websites at blank office.gov/New England. I fired up the program that was made by my buddy, called Censored. Boy, was that Boy, was that a badass program. In 30 seconds, the damn thing broke through the firewall and took me to a folder of 500,000 videos that the public had never seen before. Some of the videos involved extreme experiments involving censored or involving gore or something. I don't fucking know. The fucking government eradicated some of this shit. People from the English agency torturing little children, and even some guys finding corpses near a cornfield. But then there was one video that particularly caught my eye. God damn it! If I hadn't just exited the browser, I wouldn't be in this deep pile of shit. But anyway, this particular video was called "Classified Footage Number 37J," to be viewed by high level office officials only. It was an hour long MPEG-2 file that was over 5 gigabytes. I only had 4 gigabytes on my hard drive remaining. In order to be able to get the file, I had to delete some of my favorite movies from my drive, and found later that I now had 5.1 gigabytes. So I clicked the video and it started downloading straight away. I had to go to bed after that, and I had school the next day on Friday. The next day, when I came home from school, I had to study for a big biology test, as I had just entered high school, and our teacher, I can't say her name because it's censored, wanted to make sure all of us remembered some important stuff on the biology and crap like that. About 6 p.m., I finished studying the last few notes and went back to my computer. It turns out that the download had finished about 25 minutes after it started. Sheesh, that's pretty fast for 5.07 gigabytes. Anyway, I immediately pulled out the MPEG-2 into Windows Media Player, and it began. The timestamp on the analog VHS-C camcorder said it was filmed on March 17th, 1992 at 5:22 p.m. The video began with some weird scientist-looking dude who we later learned to be Thomas. He was entering his household and telling the camera that it was his daughter's birthday and we were going to get to see her opening her presents. Yippee, I silently sarcastically muttered to myself. So then we see the whole blank family, I don't know, the whole Thomas family, singing to that little 6-year-old girl, happy birthday. Then for about 15 minutes I just sat there trying to fall asleep as the girl was opening Barbie dolls. Barbie dolls, little kids game, and a brand new SNES. So then the camera suddenly jolts and we see the man's face. He whispers to the camera, "Man, fuck this shit. Let's just go downstairs and look at something more interesting than this." As Tom walks downstairs to the basement with a sign on the door saying, "Do not enter Daddy's smoking place. Do not even think about coming here, honey." We hear stuff like, "Daddy, don't you want to see me opening my next gift?" And, "Honey, don't you want a slice of cake?" And even one instance of, "Why the hell do you always go down there when you're supposed to be with your goddamn family?" Jesus. As the door slams behind Tom, he then says, "Alright, I'm going to show you my new experiment for my boss at this blank office. It's going to be used as a super weapon in the U.S. Army." By the time this happened, it was already 5:39 p.m. On the tape, we then hear some muted audio with a shaky image, obviously because the tape must have been wrecked when it was VHS ripped. When the video gets stable, we see Tom pulling a switch in his weird-looking basement, and then we see a chamber open with this horrible-looking mutated creature with 2 snakes as tongues and horns sticking out of its head coming out of it. Behold the masterpiece, Experiment 37J. 37J, what the... It's the name of the freaking video. Why would that have to do with this creature? So, anyway, we see the scientist saying, "Don't be scared, your daddy's here for you, boy." He is then seen treating this thing like a dog, giving it a bone, feeding it dog food, and petting it. And then, over the next 7 minutes, as Tom is doing those things, we hear him muttering things like, "Why must I work here? Why do I live in this hellhole? And my family is worried to death about me, and I never take care of anyone. My wife just lost her job, and I've lost my mind, and we found out that our birthday girl is leukemia." Tom then snaps into this insanity and says, "Why the hell am I treating this thing like a real dog? It looks like shit." Tom then beats the creature until it was bawling in tears. Tom grabs a knife and cuts its back open until you could see the guts pouring out. Remember, this video was uncut and uncensored, so I saw all the gore. I wanted to throw up. By the time I had threw up all my dinner into the sink. The tape had now said it was 6:10 p.m. Tom had beaten the thing for over 25 minutes, calling it things like retard, emo, excuse for a matter, the bastard that fucked up my family and life, and all sorts of horrible things. Then Tom goes back to upstairs, and now we see the family eating cake. It appears the Thomas family had never heard of any of the racket. It's like the basement had soundproof walls or something. Anyway, Tom puts the camera down, and we see the family eating cake. And the birthday girl talking about herself, really wanting to get her ears pierced at the mall. Oh, ring. But at 6:22 minutes before the tape was going to end, we hear a slam, and we see the now mutilated creature coming out of the basement screaming something in some alien language. But Tom appeared to know this language, and he spoke it fluently to this creature, but it didn't calm the creature down. The creature fights with Tom for 20 seconds to grab a knife as the family tries to run out the door. By 6:21 p.m., with 1 minute left on the MPEG 2, the whole family except Tom had left. We see Tom passing out on the floor, followed by the creature grabbing the butcher knife, yelling something in some alien language, which sounds like Japanese, saying something that was close to, I don't even know how to say that shit. I'm not Japanese. I knew Japanese because of the classes I took for free time on the internet. I knew that he was yelling, "Now we'll see who's the excuse for the matter." The creature stabs Tom in the heart, and rips his guts out, throws his heart across the kitchen into the dining room, and drinks some of his blood. My God, it was so awful. About 30 seconds after the time step had become 6:22 p.m., the creature walked up to the VHS-C camera and on the hutch, and threw the human heart right at the camera. It fell off the hutch and went to static. I assumed the camera had broke at this point. 5 seconds later, and the video ended. I was terrified, and I deleted the file from the system immediately and emptied the recycle bin. I told my brother about what I had seen, and he didn't believe me. Since I deleted the file, I had no proof to show him, and I called the police office's telephone number and explained to them what I saw. They said, "Oh shit, John was supposed to delete that file from the database." They immediately hung up on me, and 2 weeks later, an FBI vehicle was at my home to take me into custody. They took me, landed me in a foster home, and told me never to find or describe that video again. Note, the FBI approved this upload mid-2013 with censorship applied as shown in the article. They then dropped me off at a foster home in Seattle, which is where I live today. Although I've been to move it out of the foster home, and the moral of the story is to never try and hack into a government website because they have reasons why these videos are never shown to the public. Okay, guys, that wasn't. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't believe in aliens, but that was a. I didn't really care for that pasta too much. It wasn't. It was gory. I just lost interest in it after the whole censored shit. I didn't really care. Yeah, it's creepy and all. It's just I just don't give a shit of any of this. But I mean, I'm not a particular fan of it. Oh wait, whoa, there's more. Oh, this is the old investigation, I guess. Um. All right. Well, the whole pasta, it just kind of felt like it overstayed its welcome. I didn't really feel afraid of it. Anyway, I, other than that, it did feel kind of creepy. It just, I feel like it just kind of like the whole censored government censoring bullshit. I just feel like that was kind of stupid, but cheesy and such. But other than that, it was entertaining for a minute, and now it's just kind of lame. But anyway, you guys should tell me what you think about it. If y'all liked it, tell me. I mean, if y'all didn't, don't tell me. If you like content like this, then like, comment, and subscribe and stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.